Riven Gate. The Banished stranded a lot of our people in enemy territory when they built it, and it's held ever since.
Until today. We're taking this checkpoint down.
Thought you might say that. Security consoles in the gatehouses ahead. Let's kick in some doors.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob, I'm from the Gamers. This is part 22 of Halo Infinite, and I was planning to do part 2 of the sequence in this one, but I was just going around and unfortunately this outpost was in the way, which is Riven Gate, and it took a long amount of time to actually take it out. I mean, not as much as as some of them, but still, you know, these outposts are technically like full-on missions with the amount of enemies that they have. So, in the next part, we will actually be doing more of the mission the sequence, because we actually did take over, or we did get one of the beacons. But as I said before, this is the last mission in the game. Like, the sequence is the last mission in the game where you can do any of the free roam stuff or the side missions before the end of the game. The rest of once you've completed it, you're doing the rest of the story in a row like a regular Halo game. So what you have to do here is you have to take out or you have to lower the 3 gates. And I was trying to figure out where the gate was here, but obviously it's in there. But I was like, hang on, do I go down here? No, that's not where you go. It is on the inside. Obviously, they wouldn't have the entrance on the outside of the facility. That would be quite stupid. But there you go. It's in there. This one's only guarded by 2 grunts. The others are guarded by well, some elites and some brutes. And I took those Marines with me in the Warthog. I tried to take them with me in this battle with getting back in the Warthog, but unfortunately those 2 brutes killed them before I had enough time, which is quite sad. But thankfully I was able to easily kill these brutes. But I say easily, I mean they've got armour on, but it only took a few shots, as you could see there. And I don't know if it's this episode or the next one, but I did actually completely rank. Well, not completely, but I ranked up my. I upgraded my armor, I should say, to like the 4th level. So not fully to the 5th level, but to the 4th level. Which is, I think it's in the next episode. I think I did it after this because I was just sick of because I died a few times during this, which obviously I'll be editing out because I always do that, but yeah, I died a few times and it annoyed me, and I was like, hang on, you must be able to rank up the, level up the armour. I was like, oh yeah, you can, and then I did it, because I had about like 8 or 9 Spartan cores that I just hadn't used. Took out the shade turret then, just so that wouldn't be in the way. Although saying, I did manage to get through a lot of enemies just shooting them, but it didn't, sometimes if there's way too many enemies, it's very easy to be overwhelmed and killed. And what really doesn't help is when they send more reinforcements in, which they haven't done yet, but they eventually will. Also, he took a rocket to, the body there. How did he not die? The shotgun just makes you feel so much more, so powerful. Just mowing through the brutes, though. I think this is the one where all the brutes are, but unfortunately I didn't actually. I went up here. I was like, great, I can easily do this one, and then there's so many enemies here. I started running away a bit, and I wasn't looking behind me. And I went back. I got fired across the map, and I was like, oh well. And then obviously that was an edit point because I died. So I decided, well, you know what, I'll go over and I'll take this one out. This other gate over here. I need to figure... I know what weapon it is. I can't remember what it's called though. But, I don't like the electric weapons that they have. There we go, the shock rifle. It's very useful there in the fact that I just took out that jackal over there, but I'm not really a big fan of it. As I've also said before, I use these as sort of a vlog. And one thing I want to say is, well, two things I want to say. You'll probably hear a thing in Forza Horizon 5. I don't know if that one's gone out yet. I don't think it has, because I've recorded 2 of them. So I can't remember which one I said it in. I think it might have been in the second one, unfortunately. But which obviously won't have come out. It'll come out tomorrow, but it means it's wrong now. Because I was mentioning PlayStation VR and how it's something I was thinking of getting, and it'd be something I'd do on the channel. I was like, oh, it'll be a bit of time before I get that, But it is something I'm thinking of getting. And then one of the TV in the bedroom decided to break. And by break, I mean literally it had some sort of, oh, no, that's the one that's surrounded by brutes. Sorry, I think the other one might be with the elites then. Anyway, yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what's wrong with it. It's quote unquote broken. Because the problem is that I turned the power. If you switch the power off at the wall, because in the UK we have switches on our plugs. If you on the sockets, I should say. If you switch it off at the wall and turn it on, the TV, and you press the standby button on the remote or on the TV itself, it'll come on. But if you leave it for 5 minutes or so, it won't come on if you press standby either on the on the remote or on the TV itself, which is just weird. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm sure I could get a new... I think that obviously it's power related, and I was like, well, it's a bedroom TV. It's not got any, that bedroom has, no game consoles or anything connected to it. What's the point? They're all in here in the recording room. So I was just like, oh, I'll just get a new telly and whatever. So I did. It's only a JVC one that wasn't very expensive. I mean, it's only... I remember when 32-inch TVs were the ones that you put in your living room. And it's in the bedroom now. But yeah, it's only a 32-inch TV because, it's only ever used for actual TV or Chromecast or whatever, It's not really used for anything. Although it's got a built-in Chromecast now, so... Don't really need an individual one anymore, but yeah. But I bought that, and at the same time I was like, well, hang on, where I'm going for, so I could have bought it off Amazon, but I decided to go into town for it, and then I was like, well, hang on, because I need it right then. I didn't want to wait, so I went into town for it, and then I was like, well, hang on, I know the game shop in town has a PSVR and all the accessories and stuff and a couple of games for it. I might as well pick it up. So that's what I've done. So in Forza Horizon tomorrow, you'll see me talking about, or you'll hear me, I should say, talking about the fact that I'm thinking of getting a PlayStation VR, but I've already got one. I haven't got Drive Club VR though yet, which is one that that was a game I was thinking of getting. But I do have Gran Turismo Sport. I like how I'm talking about this while it's an Xbox game. But this channel, it's Modi console, so whatever. Yeah. So Gran Turismo Sports sort of got like a VR mode. Well, I don't know why I said sort of. It has got a VR mode. You can't. I don't know if you can drive all the cars in the game in the VR mode, but it's got something in it. But yeah, I think I'll probably end up getting Drive Club VR at some point. And well, the thing is, the VR was a used one. I mean, does Sony even sell the PlayStation VR new anymore? I don't know. But unfortunately, that means that like it's a bundle version. But obviously, the games that came with it, they were only download codes, so don't actually have them. But I have 2 of them listed, but I had to buy them separately. But it looks like Resident Evil 7 is in VR. Don't think that's going to be one. Skyrim's definitely in VR. That's on the box. I mean, here's the thing. Skyrim is weird. I could never get into it. Which I know will shock some people, but yeah, I never got into Skyrim. I had it on 360 and I was just like, this is... I can tell that it's a good game, it's just... I'm like that... Well, I can get into Fallout 4, but I could never get into Fallout 3 at the same time, so... Maybe I need to... Like, maybe if I get the VR version of Skyrim, I'll get into it. I don't know, but I could just never get into it. There's an invisible elite in here if it's not plainly obvious. Because you could see the subtitles. But it was reasonably easy to kill. And then once we've lowered all 3 gates, we've got to go over somewhere else and destroy something. Unfortunately, you can't get this Banshee out. Well, you can, but you have to, like, destroy the thing next to it that stops it coming out. And, well, that's an audio log. Unfortunately, I meant to only tap it and I played it. Yeah, you're going to take out the generator. The problem with this audio log is I died halfway through it. So, I don't know if it continued. I can't remember. But yeah, that was it. Because there's an elite up here that's, as you can see, invisible. And I was like, oh, there's a... when I went in the room, I was like, hang on, there's another audio log. I'll go get that. Oh wait, there's another invisible elite. But yeah, I managed to kill everyone in this room, which is good. Get some more weapons. There's a few more enemies in the room next door, I believe. I was thinking of picking up the NG sword, but decided against it. I only tapped that one in, which is what I tried to do in the first place, but whatever. But yeah, there's only a few. There's only a few enemies in here. I mean, one of them's that. What were they called? Ultra Elites or something? I can't remember. In Halo Reach, them ones. I think that was like the armor type when you played online. But yeah, there's only 2 jackals in that elite. And then yeah, expose the generator, blow it up. Find the Spartan core that's in the corner. And then that's when I was like, oh, hang on, I can rank up my, or upgrade my armor. I also like how the weapon says you took it single-handedly, even though I had those 2 Marines die at the start, and also those other ones that I rescued. But I have 5 Spartan cores, and I ranked it up 2 more times. There we go. Bastille, and Redoubt. So I need 3 more. I like how I said I had like 9 earlier. I couldn't remember because I recorded this a few days ago. But yeah, I need to get more Spartan cores now. But yeah, I've been Rob, been from the Insane Gamers. Thank you very much for watching part 22 of Halo Infinite on the Xbox One. Stay tuned next week for part 23, obviously. And ta-ra!